In the dying seconds of the first half at a crucial World Cup match, a referee reached into his pocket and produced a straight red card. But the offending player hadn't committed a dangerous tackle or started a brawl. He was sent off strictly for moving his hand. The player was Paraguay midfielder Miguel Almiron. It was the 3rd minute of first-half stoppage time, and Almiron had just gotten into a standard run-of-the-mill argument with Turkish defender Mert Mulder. While speaking to his opponent, Almiron briefly raised his hand to cover his mouth. Mulder immediately appealed to the referee, pointing directly at Almiron's face, which triggered an official VAR review. The red card was confirmed and issued solely for the physical gesture. Whatever Almiron actually said behind his hand didn't factor into the decision at all. Visibly distressed, Almiron walked off the pitch, leaving Paraguay to play out the entire second half a man down. This was a massive disaster for Paraguay. Both they and Turkey had lost their opening group stage matches, making this a strictly do-or-die game to stay alive in the tournament. To understand how a routine on-pitch habit became the most strictly enforced law at the 2026 World Cup, we have to look back at a specific crisis that forced FIFA to rewrite the rules of the game entirely. The origin of this rule dates back to a high-profile dispute during the 2025-2026 Champions League season. During a match, Benfica's Gianluca Prestiani was accused of directing severe homophobic slurs at Real Madrid star Vinicius Jr. There was a major roadblock in the subsequent investigation. Prestiani had covered his mouth with his shirt while speaking, making it impossible to lip-read and formally prove the abuse occurred. In response to the fallout, FIFA President Gianni Infantino personally intervened, pushing to close this exact loophole before the upcoming World Cup. Because of that single dispute, covering your mouth during a match went from being a common way to hide tactics to carrying an automatic presumption of guilt. The April 2026 IFAB mandate is absolute. Covering your mouth with a hand, arm, or shirt during an opponent confrontation equals an automatic straight red card. The one exception, friendly conversations with opposing club teammates. The governing body's rationale is straightforward. By removing all ambiguity and banning the gesture entirely during heated moments, they can eliminate the suspicion of hidden discriminatory language. Almiron's dismissal immediately split global football media. Some viewed the strict enforcement as a necessary step against abuse, while others saw it as a massive overreach. Paraguay's coach, Gustavo Alfaro, voiced the fears of the traditionalists. He argued that natural clashes and friction are part of the sport, and legislating away those emotions destroys the essence of football. Then there is the issue of muscle memory. Dan Burn, Almiron's teammate at Newcastle United, defended the midfielder, explaining that covering his mouth is an instinctive, habitual gesture he has done for years, entirely without malicious intent. Football's attempt to enforce a strict moral boundary has collided directly with the unconscious habits of the players themselves. Back in Santa Clara, Paraguay had to survive 50 minutes of football against a desperate Turkish squad, throwing everything forward. Playing against a 10-man defensive block, Turkey generated a staggering 32 total shot attempts, but volume doesn't equal precision. Out of those 32 attempts, only 5 were on target, and 0 found the net. Against the odds, Paraguay held on to their 1-0 lead until the final whistle. The result sent Turkey home early, holding a bleak tournament record for the most shot attempts without a goal over 2 matches. For Miguel Almiron, the victory saved him from becoming the ultimate scapegoat for his nation's exit, but he didn't escape entirely. The red card carries an automatic 1-match ban, forcing Almiron to sit out Paraguay's crucial final group stage match. Heading into that final match against Australia, Paraguay held an 84%